Imagine if I told you that with just $50 a week, you could build real wealth, not overnight riches, but the kind of financial freedom that grows quietly and powerfully over time. Most people think you need thousands to start investing or saving seriously, but that's not true. The truth is, wealth doesn't start with how much you make. It starts with how you manage what you already have. So, in this video, we're breaking down how to turn just $50 a week, that's less than $8 a day, into something that could completely change your financial future. Let's get started. First, let's put things into perspective. $50 a week adds up to about $200 a month, or roughly $2,600 a year. Now, that might not sound like much, but if you use that money wisely and, more importantly, consistently, it can grow into tens or even hundreds of thousands over time. And the secret behind this transformation? Compound growth. When your money earns returns and then those returns start earning returns, that's when things really start to snowball. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, and once you understand it, you'll see why. Let's start with the simplest option, investing in a low-cost index fund. You could open an investment account with platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, or even apps like Robinhood or Webull. An S&P 500 index fund, for example, tracks the top 500 companies in the U.S. historically. It's returned around 7–10% annually on average. If you invested $50 a week into something like that, after 10 years at an 8% return, you'd have about $38,000. After 20 years, over $120,000. And after 30 years, that same $50 a week could grow to over $300,000, all from an amount most people spend on takeout or subscriptions. But maybe you're thinking, I don't even know how to invest. That's okay, everyone starts somewhere. The easiest way to begin is with automation. Set up an automatic transfer so $50 leaves your checking account and goes straight into your investment account every week. This removes temptation and makes building wealth effortless. You'll be surprised how fast your money grows when you stop having to think about it. Now, not all of that 50 has to go into stocks. Diversifying can help reduce risk and open up more opportunities. For example, you could split your weekly 50 into different buckets. Maybe $30 into index funds, 10 into a high-yield savings account, and 10 into crypto or other growth assets if you're comfortable with risk. A high-yield savings account, by the way, is perfect for short-term goals or emergency funds. Some of them pay over 4% interest right now, which means your money is actually working for you instead of just sitting there collecting dust in a regular bank account. Another smart option, micro-investing apps. Platforms like Acorns, Stash, or M1 Finance let you invest spare change automatically. You can round up your everyday purchases and invest the difference. So when you buy a coffee for $3.50, the app rounds it up to $4 and invests that 50 cents. It's small, but it adds up fast, especially when you combine it with your weekly $50. Let's also talk about investing in yourself, because that's one of the smartest uses of money there is. Maybe you use your $50 a week to buy a book on personal finance, take an online course, or learn a skill that could boost your income. For example, learning basic digital marketing, graphic design, or coding could turn into a side hustle that earns you hundreds, even thousands a month. That's a much higher return than the stock market. Remember, your earning potential is one of your greatest assets, so treat it like an investment. You could even use that $50 to start a small online business. Think about it. You could buy a domain, set up a simple e-commerce store, or invest in ads for a digital product. It might take time to build momentum, but small, consistent effort can create a stream of income that grows on its own. Some people have turned small, weekly budgets into full-time businesses, and it all starts with the mindset of using money to create more money. Speaking of mindset, here's something powerful to remember. Consistency beats intensity. Most people try to make big leaps and end up quitting. But the ones who stick to small, steady contributions week after week always win in the long run. It's like fitness. One big workout won't transform you, but steady progress does. Your money works the same way. So if you ever feel like $50 isn't enough, remind yourself that what matters most is building the habit, not the amount. Once that habit is locked in, you can always increase your contributions later. Another key strategy, avoid debt traps. The more money you keep out of high-interest debt, the faster your wealth grows. If you're carrying credit card debt, use part of that 50 to pay it down first. There's no investment that can beat eliminating a 20% interest rate on a credit card. Once your debt is under control, shift that same payment into investments, and you'll be amazed how quickly things turn around. You can also make your money grow faster by taking advantage of employer benefits. If your workplace offers a 401k match, for example, that's literally free money. Even if you can only contribute a small amount, always grab the full match. It's like getting an instant 100% return on your contribution. Over time, that can make a massive difference in your long-term wealth. Now, let's talk about inflation. Prices go up, and if your money just sits in cash, it loses value every year. That's why investing is so powerful. It helps your money outpace inflation. But the trick is balance. You want some liquidity for emergencies, but the rest should be growing in assets that increase in value over time, like stocks, ETFs, or real estate. Speaking of real estate, you might think $50 a week isn't enough to get started, but that's changing too. Fractional real estate platforms now allow you to invest small amounts into real estate projects or rental properties. You can own a piece of an apartment building or vacation rental and earn passive income without buying the entire property. It's another great way to diversify your growing portfolio. Over time, as your investments grow, something magical happens. Your money starts working harder than you do. Dividends, interest, and capital gains start compounding on top of each other, and your growth curve accelerates. That's when you realize the power of patience. Wealth is built quietly, not quickly. And the people who stick with the plan long enough are the ones who end up financially free. The bottom line is this. It's not about the $50, it's about the decision to start. Whether you use that money to invest, to pay off debt, to learn a new skill, or to launch a small side hustle, every week you're building momentum. And momentum is what turns small habits into big results. So, start this week. Automate your contributions, track your progress, and let time do the heavy lifting. One day you'll look back and realize that those small weekly investments were the best decision you ever made. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more smart money tips, and share this with someone who needs that push to start investing. Remember, it's not about getting rich fast. It's about getting rich for sure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.